How? I mean, how? I don't get this. How did they see the first one and think, you know what this needs? A fucking sequel! Salutations, Cinemaskists! I'm Darkest101, and you guys are really living up to the Sado part of that title, aren't you? You are literally here to be fucking sadists. You are here today just to revel in my pain, aren't you? If you remember from last year's month with the Asylum, we covered the sensationally titled Megashark vs. Giant Octopus. And what did I think about that? It was a steaming pile of horseshit that honestly deserves to be fucking burnt. But that's just one man's opinion. So, for some reason, the Asylum thought that fucking dumpster fire that dare call itself a movie deserved a fucking sequel. Really, I have no idea why they thought this, especially considering the fact that the last movie ended in a fucking draw. The mega sushi and the giant calamari ended up being served on a plate in an overpriced Japanese fucking restaurant somewhere on the west coast of Canada. I mean, I don't know, I'm just speculating here, I honestly don't fucking care, honestly. You know, we're here for the sequel, Megashark vs. Crocasaurus. Okay, so this movie falls directly into the trap of the previous movie. They wanted a Godzilla-style monster movie, and what are the two monsters they picked? Just two larger versions of already existing animals. They didn't do anything creative or interesting with the designs, it's just a fucking crocodile versus a shark. So, you know, you can never escape the fact that however exciting they try and fucking make it, it is essentially just a giant crocodile versus a giant shark. You know, you could have had so much creativity in the premise of a monster movie and you just decide giant shark versus giant crocodile. They don't even try and explain the science of it this time around either. They don't even bother. It's just giant shark, giant crocodile, they're here to fight, we're just gonna waste your time about it though. I mean, I know the Godzilla movies don't make much of an effort themselves, but hey, at least they understand why. Nuclear radiation creates / wakes up giant ancient monster-like creature. Unlike, hey, guess what? Giant fucking crocodile, now we're gonna make it fight a shark! I genuinely don't know why the two of them end up fighting this time around either. I mean, I think it has something to do with the crocodile laying its eggs everywhere, I don't fucking know. Also, quick question, why did we decide that the shark was the winner of the last movie? I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw both of them sink to the bottom of the fucking ocean. The movie opens up with a military ship with one of our three main protagonists? I guess? And no, none of them have just a random fuck halfway through the movie, like in Megashark vs. Giant Octopus. Our protagonist on this ship, however, is fucking Urkel. He doesn't ask the question throughout the entire movie, but I'm just going to answer it anyway, because yes, you did do that, Steve, and this entire movie is your fucking fault, I've decided. So Steve, as I am now going to refer to him, is some kind of military scientist working on a top secret project that will lure out the Megashark. Because, you know, it was only the shark that was a major threat to the world, after all. I mean, the shark bit an airplane out of the fucking air. The octopus? Nah, just sunk an oil rig. Fuck it. And what's this super secret project that'll lure out the shark, you ask?
Watch how the sound repels the shark.
Yeah, hearing it a second time around, that's the Digivolution sound effect. That is literally the sound effect that they play before the Digivolution stock footage in every episode of Digimon Frontier. That is, you cannot bullshit me on this, that is what it is. So essentially, their plan to lure out the Megashark is a Digimon marathon. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I got nothing for that. I'm okay. If it's a Digimon marathon, that would lure me out. Of course, just when they decide that the shark is dead, it proves them wrong and one-ups the Fonz and the shark jumps the ship. So instead of this movie jumping the shark, this movie is the jumping shark. Oh, that's... That's not a good sign, is it? That is an omen of death if ever I saw one. Steve manages to survive the shark attack by noping the fuck off the boat as we cut to an Australian man in South Africa, who makes a living apparently convincing the natives that these obvious taxidermies are their pet boars. And this movie fails to do what every Asylum movie does, and that is basically fail to let me know the character's name. Don't know this guy's name, so I have referred to him as Aussie Boy throughout the entire movie. Aussie Boy then literally almost stumbles across the croc and survives being eaten by sticking what I can only assume to be rohypnol down the crocodile's throat. So while Aussie Boy decides he's going to try and do a repeat of the Lost World and take the T-Rex and her eggs back to New York, ask Jeff Goldblum how fucking well that turned out for him, you fucking moron. Steve is interrogated by the most wooden fucking actor in this movie. I call her Willow. And her acting is so fucking wooden, I am positive you would end up with splinters in your dick if you tried intercourse with her in any orifice. And I don't know why this scene is so fucking dark, by the way. This movie has something against the lighting technicians, I think. Maybe they were just on strike, or maybe they decided to walk off set to find a better fucking movie to work on. Honestly, wherever the lighting boys went, I wish them the best of fucking luck, because I certainly wouldn't put the Asylum on my CV either. So Steve and Willow have a chat, and she asks him to help try and capture the shark, completely unaware that Aussie Boy has now just unleashed a giant fucking crocodile into the ocean. Because yeah, his plan to transport the crocodile back home, yeah, that didn't go well. What a shock! Willow basically then kidnaps Aussie Boy and forces him to cooperate in finding the two monsters. Which then sets up this movie's plot of them trying to locate, corner, capture and or destroy these creatures. And you know what? It is boring as fucking sin. I genuinely think I spent more time watching shots of these three fucking useless dickheads in their helicopter than either the shark or the crocodile. I genuinely spent most of this fucking movie begging for these idiots to die, just so I could watch the fucking monster fight at the end of the movie. I just wanted this movie to be over with so I could see these two creatures fighting. As unimpressive as they are, I wanted to see the fight. I wanted to see what Asylum would have improved on from the previous movie. And you know what? They didn't. They genuinely did the exact same thing they did in Megashark vs. Giant Octopus. And that is repeat the same animations of these two creatures fighting over and over and over again. Yeah, I don't know how they thought that their obvious cheapness and laziness wouldn't be noticed, but it's really fucking noticeable, Asylum. Also, if you're wondering, yes, I have cut out a large chunk of the movie, which is pretty much everything after they discover that there are two giant monsters roaming the ocean. You know why? Because it's boring. Because the characters aren't entertaining, the characters aren't funny, the characters aren't likeable, and nothing fun happens. Fuck this movie! Can death come for me, please? I'd very much appreciate the Grim Reaper to swoop down upon me and claim me to the bosom of Abraham.
Snake, answer me! Snake! Snake!
Oh, thank the Lord this movie can end at last. No, Steve and Aussie Boy survive the crash, leaving Willow alone and burning in the wreckage of a helicopter. The two of them then commandeer a speedboat, just go with it, and Steve using his fucking shark attractor apparently to set off a volcanic vent when they are still clearly in the bay. Did someone not pass basic GCSE fucking geography? The crocodile and the shark are fossilized, Willow somehow also survived the helicopter crash, and I pass out in the middle of the fucking floor because this movie is just the worst. You know what? I prayed. I hoped, I wished this movie would be better. Would not by a lot, but I wished it would have been just a slight improvement on the first one. I wanted this to be better. Genuinely. I went in with low expectations, but I went in with the expectations that it would have improved on the first one. And even those expectations were not met. Fuck this movie. The fact that this movie pretty much repeats almost all of the same flaws from the previous movie is almost fucking insulting. Like, genuinely, you don't understand. I fucking paid money for this. I bought this on DVD. I fucking paid for this, and I feel like I have just been punched in the dick for giving Asylum the benefit of the doubt. Do I even need to explain at this point? This is not a good movie. Okay, so maybe some of my negative opinions towards this film have been founded by the fact that I binged watched this year's month with the Asylum movies, and watching this after Atlantic Rim did not put me in the happiest of mindsets, and that maybe gave this movie an unfair advantage, but no, fuck it! It's still a shitty film. It is literally a copy and paste job of Megashark versus Giant Octopus, except, I gave even less of a crap watching it. I went in with mediocre expectations of improvements, and even those hopes were shattered. I don't know what to say at this point. This dark rating, I guess. And you know what? It is almost the exact same as Megashark vs. Giant Octopus, but the fact that this is a sequel, that automatically makes it worse. The movie gets a dark rating of 8.
I really want to smoke this cigar, Lieutenant.
This last movie had better be fucking worth it. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's review of Megashark vs. Crocasaurus. If you have a suggestion for a future review, please leave it in the comment section below. I've been Darkest101. You have been watching Darkest101 Reviews. Thanks for watching. Happy fucking nightmares.